Hi guys, welcome to Daddy Die's Crafty Corner.
Hey, I'm sharing with you my project for the Oh So Inspired collaboration for the month of November. This project came to us from a lady named Leanne, and you can see her original post as well as everyone who's participating below in our comment section below the video. So this was all about a fun fold card, right? And I was inspired by the fact that it was a fun fold, but more so the opening, the kind of opening that she had created. Now I did score her original card, but I ended up just thinking I want to do it this way, and that's what I did. So there goes the inspiration, right? I was also inspired mostly by that gorgeous flower that she used that was on her designer paper, right? That floral was gorgeous. Now, just so happened that I needed to do a coloring of a floral for the hashtag daily marker 30-day coloring challenge. So I had colored this floral up at the beginning of the month. And that's the floral that I'm going to be using for this project. Now for my project, I took a piece of cardstock and I cut it. My measurements was basically, 4.5 by 4.5 by 5.25, was 4.5 times 2, right? And then 4.25 times 2. So that was my measurements, and then I scored it at the 2 1/8 inch so that I could have it being a center fold is what this ends up being. I wanted the original card that she made was smaller than an A2 size card, or at least when I did it, it was smaller than an A2 size card. And I wanted this to be an A2 size card. So this is what I ended up coming up with. So I took that fun fold and I decided I wanted to put a wood centerpiece for my flowers to sit on. And to do that, I took a piece of cardstock, 110 pounds, and I just colored it with some Distress Oxide ink after I ran it through a wood grain embossing folder. So I'm just using 2 different browns to add a couple of different layers of the color brown into my wood piece. And the inspiration for the wood piece was strictly because of the photograph that I originally took of these flowers. I just set them on a piece of wood and I thought, wow, that's super pretty. So I knew I would be incorporating that wood texture somehow into this project based on that very first day that I took a picture of those petals and put it out there. So that's where this came from. So I'm just going to continue to add a little more color until I get it the depth I want it to be, and then I'm going to place it on the front, just half of that card front. I'm adding some water to this because I just like the way it ages the wood look. So I just throw some water right on there, big spots, little spots. Sometimes I spray it, sometimes I use my fingers. It just kind of helps it to look like it's got a little bit of a wet background for the flowers to sit on. And then I dry it off with a paper towel, and that gives me that look, that kind of aged, vintagey kind of look that I was going for the front of the card. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so let me just show you the effect. Ta-da! Super pretty, right? All right, so now I'm going to take some 3-dimensional tape, or that double-sided tape. I'm going to add it to the back of the floral and a couple of leaves. I'll use some glue, and I'm going to go ahead and place that image just kind of like in the center of this wood panel, and then that's going to be my focal point for the front of the card. So I'm going to finish popping this up, and then I'm going to take that front panel and I'm going to add glue just to the left-hand side of the oval. That way the oval will attach to just the left-hand side of the panel that's on the top of the card, like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of that same brown color on the inside oval as well. I just decided to give it a little brown on the inside. And then I'm going to take some pretty pattern paper that's in a brighter color than my floral on the inside, and I'm going to add that in a layering mat to the both inside panels, the top 2 that open and close, and that's going to complete those panels. I'm going to leave that left panel on the outside of the card white, And then I'm going to take a piece of pink cardstock that coordinates with that inside pattern paper, and I'm going to make that a matting layer for the inside of the card, and that's going to complete the inside of the card. Now I'm going to show you the card, and it's going to have a gift card on the inside. This is not the gift card that I'm going to be using for this card. I just wanted to show it to you for inspiration because I'm going to be using this as a gift card. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and thank Alicia for doing this for us each month, and check out everyone else's post. All the descriptions will be in the below section. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.